All right. What are 16 questions that you can ask any team that they should know to know if they are up to date on the basics of what you want when it comes to your team? This is probably best for youth levels. I do it with my 8th grade very much at the beginning of the season, and then I'll touch on it at the end of the year. There's literally never a bad time to hit on this, and so I'd like to just use it as a way to get the basketball minds woken up, that type of thing. But truly, if you really do this every day and grow this by the end, like with my 8th grade, I read it one time to start our first round of our playoffs, basically. But it got to the point where it just really wasn't needed, even though they would still do it, those things, and get on, but they like knew the answers so good, and it just became really a matter of effort and doing it when it comes to actual practice in the games. So, question 1, everything starts on what? Defense. What starts our offense? Forcing a tough shot, boxing out, securing the first rebound. In transition defense, what do we need to stop first? The ball. We need to communicate on what 4 things? Screens, dribble handoffs, matchups, and help defense. We need to take away what? We need to take away rhythm threes, take away the middle, and make sure we close out with high hands. Who do we need to help? The helper. Help when? Always and early. That can be, depending on the game, what's going on. That could be different if you had a really good shooter, but traditionally with kids, you're gonna help always and early, and then have some help run the back. But even kids nowadays are getting really good at shooting, and so you'll have less help at times on guys. One pass away, we like to go with deny. Some coaches will like gap. And then 2 passes away, we are expected to be in help unless told otherwise. See what 2 things at all times? Ball and man. Every play we do what, and this is non-negotiable, box out and sprint back on D. You will get yelled at anytime, anywhere by me if you don't do those 2 things. When do you make the extra pass? Always make the extra pass. First option on offense is fast break transition and then into smart basketball flow. If we have a set, do we force it just because the coach calls a set? No, there should be counters to every single thing, and you just have to read it and play basketball. Do we force it in transition because we want to play fast? No. Baseline drive, where should somebody be cutting every single time? Down the middle for you. There are no easy days to achieve, there are no easy what to achieve champion level status. Champion level status, there are no easy days. And the best teams are led by who? The best teams are led by the players that are together, that have lots of great communication, that let the coaches coach you, and that have positive communication with each other. All right? Let me say it one more time. The best teams are led by what? They start by being led by the players that want it more than the coach, that are together, that have great communication, that let coaches coach you. There's a difference between a team that's led by players that still allow coaches to coach them and coach them hard and direct them. And then they have positive communication with each other. I always say, I am the one that yells at you all and is tough on you all and makes you do things that you don't want to do. You guys are the ones that have to have each other's back and be there for each other. Outside of that, you don't need to be doing any of that directing when it comes to in a harsh way. It needs to be all positive talk and communication. All right? Those are 16 questions that you can use with any basketball team. Obviously, specifically with the youth, reffing youth basketball games, it is just impressive how much parents will yell at the ref for supposedly calling bad calls, but then they'll never yell at their kids for not boxing out or not sprinting back on defense. Like, that is telltale sign to me when you're a good coach or not a good coach. And I just saw it all the time when I refed a lot, especially youth games. The higher level you get, I kind of agree with certain concepts, like, you know, you have your players back in the game, so that's where they're tougher on the refs. But youth basketball is not needed for that. You coach your kids, let the refs ref, and then when they get to college, their coaches can yell at the ref. In high school, they can yell at the ref a little bit more, and have your back more so. But that's because you're theoretically going to be doing more of the things right that you should. But for more basketball information, how to build and organize and structure a team, and practices and information, please like and subscribe. And thanks for being here, and good luck wherever you're at in your coaching journey.